And you need to talk to Zimmerman. You see a stern man in his 30s. I guess he's the leader. He has combat armor. Good day, may I be of some assistance? Where can I find Zimmerman? You'll find him in the big building to the southwest. He might be able to put enough sentences together to let you know that we're looking for some help with the blades. What's going on with the blades? They've done something to Zimmerman's half-witted son, but like I said, go talk to Zimmerman about it. Can I ask you something else? What's going on in the boneyard? Yeah, I guess you got the blades up north. A pretty pathetic herd of people, and the gun runners a little north and a ways to the east through the Death Club playground. That doesn't sound good. We had a lot of trouble even with one Death Club. Or maybe we can sneak past it. Also, a ways to the south of here you have the children of the cathedral who run a hospital and a big church. Up a little bit to the north and to the east you got the loony followers of the apocalypse, who are all peace types. You have the look of someone important, yeah, with that armor. I'm Caleb. I train and organize the regulators here. Okay, what are the regulators? We're the police force for Edison. Most folks around here know enough not to cause any trouble. Yeah, we guessed as much. I'll ask about the Edison. Nice enough town. Me and the regulators work hard to keep it that way. Anyone in particular you want to know about? Who does training here? Tyne runs a shop over near the gates. It's down below the little bunker. He does all the trading with the up and with the outsiders. Like, yeah, he's the only trader here. What about the children of the children and the followers? Well, the children of the cathedral all live in this big black church-type building. They have some sort of big god, and they go around trying to convert people to their cult. Yeah, and the followers. About the children and the followers. He isn't saying anything about the followers. I guess that's it. I'll see if I can barter something. No, but it tells us that he has probably some kind of combat shotgun. So, very dangerous without current armor. Maybe that looks like a potential store. Can I ask you your name? Why, everyone just calls me Smithy, probably because I'm the local blacksmith. I'd like to buy something. I'd recommend that you check out Tyne's store, just to one side of the gate. I don't actually sell anything here. I trade to Tyne and help merchants. Okay, I have a few questions. Where did you get all the equipment? Why, any competent blacksmith can make his own envelope. Of course, I really just sort of learned the craft by practice, but I made most of my own tools. What all do you make here? Mostly I make and repair tools and implements here. I also fix things for the hub merchants with the help of Miles, the chemist. I reload bullets from time to time. Can you make guns and bullets? Well, building guns and making shells takes machining. And I just don't have the tools for that, but with the help of Miles, the chemist, I can reload all the brass, since I can cast bullets. Yeah, he isn't really all that helpful for us, but I'm too interested in who this Miles character is. Everyone seems to mention him. Okay. I'll take this assault rifle and walk away calmly. Who are you, inhabitant? Can't talk to these people. Maybe him. Hello stranger, may I be of service? Why do you assume that I need something? We all need something, don't we? And you wouldn't have talked to me if you didn't want something. Whether information, conversation, or perhaps guidance. I can tell that you've been through a lot. What do you need? Now that you mention it, perhaps you can give some advice. Jack pulls out a set of tarot cards. Let me consult the cards. Oh God. Jack pulls out a card with a picture of a man with a vibroblade and a flag. The Prince of Swords in the north. You must face a powerful foe far to the north. Yeah, thanks for that advice. Usually when developers put these kind of things in the game, they actually do have some hint of truth in them. But the player doesn't know it at the time, so I guess they think it's some kind of clever. That when they think about it later on, they, yeah, that's what he meant. So I'm guessing there's a good probability that that's actually true what he said. And there was the military base in the northwest, so maybe it refers to it. I'm Ophelia, the pleasure's mine. I'm called Samuel. What do you do here? I'm a scavenger. My job is to search out all of the boneyard for useful items and information. Dangerous work. Why is it dangerous? Well, you've got the Deathclaws out there, and then you got the Regulators back here in Addison. Both ain't the most forgiving types. Yeah, have you scouted out any of the other areas? I've done a little scouting. What do you need to know? Yeah, I need to know about the plates. I don't really want to, again, rely on one single source of information. But any faction, it usually leads to a pretty one-sided view of things. Plates are a pretty sorry sight for a group of people. They get by though, and some of them end up here in Addison if they agree to what the Regulators offer them to do. Deathclaws, well, if you haven't seen them before, they're mean as all hell and like nothing more than to rip a poor scav's heart out. I've heard there's a nest of them somewhere to the east of the place, but I haven't seen it myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna go looking either. Gunrunners moved into a big factory up to the northeast not long ago. Can't tell you much because they have a moat filled with radioactive sludge and you got to get through the Deathclaws to get there, so... it has to be sneaking. Even 2 plasma grenades isn't likely going to be enough. At least not against multiple Deathclaws. Followers of the apocalypse, followers breeds peace and tolerance. Nice idea, but impractical. They live in a big library to the northwest of us. Okay, children of the cathedral. The children of the cathedral are based out of a big church a ways to the south of here. There are some strange things going on there. I've seen creatures that can't be human coming in and out, so that's definitely a place of interest for us, since we have to figure out who's the leader of the mutants and where they're coming from. So, strange creatures, not human, definitely a side of interest. And if the stories are right, the church is built over an old vault which Addison's predecessors lived in. So, very highly on our list of places to go. Is he Miles? He looks like a scientist. I don't believe we've met. I'm Miles. What can I do for you? That smoke makes you look like a scientist. Yeah, I was just thinking that. What are you studying? I'm a chemist. Mostly I make primer and powder so that we can reuse the brass casings from bullets. But I also dabble with some other chemicals. So you make bullets. Where do you get the sulfur, potassium nitrate and other chemicals? It's unusual to find someone who can appreciate chemistry, but to answer your question, some of the material we get from hub merchants, others are manufactured or just find in the area. For instance, the dung heaps from the Brahmin are a good source, as well as some of the strains of fungus that I cultivate. What other chemicals do you work with? Well, I've been trying to get some strong acids so that Smithy can use them for etching. I also have been trying to make some permanent dyes and inks, but without access to natural inks, it's difficult. Do you make bullets for Adatum? Yes, although Smithy is the one who actually casts the bullets, I just refill the brass casing. But help merchants make a profit off of you and the town. Yes, well, we have to make a living. Since the hydroponic farms aren't functioning, we have to buy food from the merchants, and bullets are the only thing we have to sell. I could try to get the parts to fix the hydroponic farms. Really, that would be wonderful. We're just missing a few parts, but I'm sure that if you could scrounge up the right pieces, we could be self-sufficient. Samuel might be able to give you some help. I think Samuel was this guy. No. How do you avoid the death clause? We only work at night and we're good at what we do, but I'll admit not everyone always comes back. I sent a guy out last week to look for some parts for Miles, and we haven't heard from him since. The last transmission I got from him was that he'd found the part and he was on his way back. Yeah, I think this was Samuel. Yeah, so that must be the parts we need to fix the hydroponic farms. And we need to go to mess with the death clause to get them, so definitely not an easy thing to do. At least now we have some quests. What the hell is this? Must be Zimmerman. Okay, I'll save just in case again. We've talked to a lot of people and I don't really look forward to redoing that all over again.